please. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, Bullet. Oh, here we go. I'm right here.
Oh, were you startled by the quiet?
Oh, yeah, it's very quiet. I can't believe they listened. Bullet, my grandbabies, I said I would debut it. They always want to ride on my clothes, and I won't let them. So I go to Goodwill and hook them for a shirt.
I was gonna say, it was like that looks like the ramblings of a madman.
Yeah, exactly.
When you said it was just children.
Yeah, it's just children.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just children.
Your grandbabies.
Now they can ride on me anytime. And then they did such a good job on the back. They did such a good job. I said, I'm not gonna throw this away. I'm gonna wear it.
Okay.
So,
for a second there, I thought it was like the movie Memento. Yeah.
No, this ain't the
No, that scares me that you know that movie.
I didn't know that movie.
Okay,
listen,
all right.
No, these are not the people that I run over on the way over here.
Okay. All right.
Okay. But anyway, so it's just when I walked in Bojangles with this, it's pretty cool. But I'm sure that somebody's gonna protest. I won't be able to wear this in my own home. Okay. Bullet. All right. I left my Confederate flag out in the car. Okay, and Jim were late.
All right.
Okay. All right, guys. Here we go. I got a lot to go, Bullet.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle. You hear the claps. You know what time it is. George, how was your weekend?
Bullet, it was one of the most memorial, exciting weekends that I think I have had.
And it's not even Memorial Day weekend.
It's not even Memorial Day weekend. That's how memorial this Memorial weekend was, Bullet. So, what a great time I just had. Of course, it started out, Bullet, in the Faith Fair, which I go just for the corn dogs. Bullet, and the funnel cakes. But the plus of all that was our students, 4 of them, wrestled each night. Now, we're going to be there all this week too, but they had 6 matches. Not one night, of course, but they worked 6 days in a row. Good for our students, Bullet, you know what I'm saying? And also a couple of our girls got some ring time there at the Faith Fair. And then, of course, Saturday was probably one of the most special moments of my life with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, okay? Bullet, and no, folks, I'm going to let you right off the bat, I did not ask him to marry me. That's coming later, okay? I figure I'd get another booking out of it, Bullet. But listen, he is just probably the most beautifulest man I've ever seen. He's just class. I'm just telling you that, Bullet. And for me, and I won't harp on it all night, this will not be the Ricky Steamboat edition, but Bullet, for me to spend 15 minutes in the ring with him. We didn't plan nothing. We didn't talk nothing. I do want the wrestling fans to know that I did call arm drag about 15 times, and he ignored me. But that's okay. That's okay, Bull. We'll work on that. But what a special...
So you went for second base and he cut you off?
Oh, yes, he cut me off. He cut me off. But, that's a good one right there, boy. He said not on the first date, okay?
Yeah, not on the first date.
No, I love that, Bullet. Me, oh my gosh, me and Joe Shields in the 8th grade. But anyway, that's a whole other story, Bullet, for another time.
But knowing a lot about you right now.
But
I don't know that's a good thing right now.
Listen, is this shirt? But with me looking Steamboat in the eye, Bullet, it was the most gracious. I mean, one of the most special moments. I almost turned Steamboat heel, and I'll tell you why, Bullet. People's going nuts. Steamboat's putting me over, and I got the mic real quick because you don't see it on the video, all the video, but that I've sent to like 4,000 friends. But Bullet, I just said, Ricky, I have a question that I've been wanting to ask you for about the last 35 years. And of course, he said, what? The people are all going, what? What? I hate that. I mean, come on, stupid wrestling fans. Come up with something different. But anyway, that ain't what happened. And then I just asked him the question heard around the world.
I know what question.
Oh, my gosh. And I just said, Ricky, why did you leave us? Oh, gosh, Bullet, in the most sincere, puppy-eyed, maybe a tear. But it's really all the people's breath made me cry. But anyway, got to get the effect here, Bullet.
Yeah.
A tear, and then the place got deathly. I'm telling you, Bullet, for just a second, it got deathly quiet like it does during my match. But it got deathly quiet, Bullet, okay? And then it was his time. Oh, my gosh. And I told him, I said, you went up there, you was busy breathing fire, eating ice cream bars, while I was down here sacrificing my body in these little towns for all you wonderful people. Bullet, for a split second, the people start thinking, oh, wait a minute. Why did you leave us? But, Bullet, being the class act on top of Mount Rushmore where his face should be, beside Abe Lincoln, Bullet, he got that mic and he says, you know, George South, I did leave. He said, I did leave and go to WWF. He said, but I never left home. Bullet, I think I peed my pants. I'm just telling you right there. But that wasn't it, Bullet.
That wasn't it.
That was good. I mean, that was like undoing the shirt, Bullet. But anyway, so... And so the crowd is torn. I'm painting the picture here for the fans. But the crowd was a little bit torn. They're kind of worried. Well, maybe he did leave us, okay? So, of course, then I go on this big long spiel that nobody understood about him turning on Paul Jones.
See, that's right. I knew that was coming up.
Yes.
That was the big question.
Bullet,
I knew
December 79, my childhood, Christmas Eve, 2-ring battle royal, 2 legends won it. They were going to split the check. Paul had the check in his hand. They were going to split it. Tag team partners, best friends, almost like they had a TV show together. Bullet, okay? And Paul was offered to check the Steamboat, and of course, Paul's version is Steamboat punched him. Okay, so he turned on Paul. I've never got over it. I've never been able to celebrate Christmas. Grinch came that night for me and stole Mary Lou's little crumb. That night, never got over it. So all this I'm throwing at him, he's thinking, George, I just want to get to my table. That's all he's saying. Would you shut up?
I don't answer for what happened with me and Paul Jones.
Oh, that's right. But Bullet,
Christmas,
listen, he's the classiest thing, and this was it was a very momentish, Bullet, like 2 gunslingers. I mean, so finally he's kind of had enough of my mouth, if you can believe that, Bullet, and he finally gets the mic, gets right in my face, and all this was great. He said, George South, he said, you've had a great career, and he said, you went on and done some great things. He said, but you will never be Ricky Steamboat. Oh my goodness. Bullet. I started crying. That hurt my feelings. I said, you had to get personal? What the heck? But anyway, so then...
Ricky, I've been trying to be you forever.
Oh my gosh,
you couldn't tell I do a double chop every time I wrestle Bullet.
That's right. Dang, that hurt my feelings. So anyway, so he storms off, but I got to get the last word. So I turned the dragon around, Bullet, and he ducked my punch and gave me 1 chop. Oh, Bullet. I melted. And then he shot me in the ropes and gave me the big one. I mean, he just he just made history, Bullet. I think when he shot me in the ropes, gave me that huge chop, and I took a huge bump. I think we bonded. You understand what I'm saying? The bolts, very Ultimate Warriors, lined up with like the equator for a moment. I think we made a child. You understand what I'm saying, Bullet? I'm getting serious here. When he gave me the chop, Bullet. That Heart song, you know Heart, the 2 ladies when they sang I Met You on the Street and Planted a Seed. Remember that, Bullet? That's very Heart greatest hits. Okay. But anyway, when he chopped me, we bonded, we made a child.
Kind of sounds like a very dirty song when speaking of a female singing it. What you think about it?
But anyway, greatest moment of my life. I mean, Bullet, and it was just, of course, people lined up to meet him, get the picture. It had a Hall of Fame ring.
Yes,
it was just a great time. Over 400 people. True story, we hear all this, they're hanging from the rafters. They shut it down at 400 people in that little weightlifting gym, if you can believe that.
And so, little gym, and when you get that many people
what a great time! Bullet, I just don't know. He's classy. He really. A lot of guys act that way and they're not, but he's just cool as hell. It's a very special moment. Of course, we finished up Sunday. Then I'm gonna shut up. Finished up Sunday. Quit hitting the ropes. Okay. Finished up Sunday, AML, huge, another sellout, okay. Hung out with Shane Douglas. I got the coolest 8x10 from Shane Douglas. I don't remember. I walked by his gimmick table. He got to meet the original Kiss when they were in WCW. Do you remember when they came in? He had the greatest picture with the original 4 members. Of course, I had to hook one for the museum. So, great weekend.
It's got to that point in the rotation of 8x10s that with Shane Douglas, he's got to put in ones with Kiss.
He's
going to have the ones with
I had never seen it, and I'm marking out for it. Everybody's looking at me like, you do know this was like 20 years ago, George. But just to see the original members together, and he's right in the middle of them. I thought it was cool. So anyway, put that up in the museum. But a lot going on. The book did so good. Thanks to Ricky Steamboat. My table was before you get to him. The line was so long, people are kind of bored waiting. Of course, I'm out there, Bullet, plugging that great book. So with all that being said, Bullet, real quick idiot of the week. Okay, Bullet? This one here, nobody's going to believe it. So I double-checked my sources. Okay, Bullet? I double-checked my sources. Right. This is how bad this world's got. This guy will go in the idiot bag, Bullet. And they can do research. It's coming from Kentucky. Now, our idiot bag has stretched to about every state. Bullet, and it's all over the news today. This guy here, his name is David. I got to get his last name. David. It ain't David Dawkins, but it's something David D or something. But anyway, this guy walks in Walmart. True story. You can document it. Look it up. This guy, complete idiot, Bullet, walks in Walmart butt naked. You understand? With a mask on. True story. I'm not making this up, Bullet. I could not. Walks in Walmart with a mask on, butt naked, except for the mask, Bullet, and just goes to the milk aisle and pours a gallon of milk on himself. Okay? And they arrest him. They don't know his motive yet. Okay? The reason, hey, listen to me. He's not going in the idiot bag because he did all that. Okay, I can understand that. Who would know in Walmart that? Seriously,
Listen, sometimes
what's the difference in the way that people look anyway?
Listen,
But-
sometimes you have a nervous breakdown. You know.
but listen, but what made him go in the idiot bag was I don't think he got the mask from us. Okay, I'm just saying. I don't think it was a hot spot.
It was one of those cheap ones you
I
get
think
out of
it's one
West
of those-
Virginia. Those ones that Bobby Fulton will sell you.
I think it was
They're
one
just
of them.
one side ironed, you know,
Yes.
like down the middle. They're made with the cheapest fabric ever.
Boy,
like that
so-
spiderweb Halloween fabric.
Yes.
You
So
know.
David Daniels is this guy's name.
Yeah.
So we can't be sued because it really happened. He's a real guy. So he goes to Walmart, Bullet. I don't know what the milk had anything to do with it. Okay, why waste a brand new gallon of milk? It's probably the low fat milk, whatever. But anyway, he pulled a gallon of milk off his head. His friend, I guess, videotaped it, and they tried to put it up on YouTube. Both of them are arrested, and of course they're trying to find out, if there was a motive behind it. So anyway, the reason David Dawkins, is that what I said his name was? No.
Well, let's just,
Okay.
if you know for sure the first name, let's stick with that.
Okay.
Let's not commit slander.
Well,
Let's not commit slander because there probably is a David Dawkins out there.
Oh, that's right.
Well-respected individual. He may be an attorney at law
Yes.
and understand what slander is very well.
Yes.
So if you know for sure his name is David and
Yeah, we'll
that's
leave
the
it at
truth
that.
and that's a fact, let's stick
Yeah.
with the facts as opposed to committing slander.
Yeah, I like that. That's
Okay,
very true.
how about we do
Good
that?
story. Thank you, boy. So David walked in Walmart, Kentucky, butt naked, except for a mask. This is all documented on USA Today. Boy, and he poured milk over his head. Just stood there. They arrested him, but that's okay. That's cool with me, boy. Everybody's got their own thing. Okay, I have no
Everybody has a
problem
nervous
with
breakdown. Heck, I was halfway there on Friday. I'm gonna lie.
But so, but the question is, I don't think he got a mask, the mask from us. So
Yeah, if you're gonna get
David,
a high quality one, you
get
know?
a high quality one if you're going to do that. Imagine all the appearances he's going to have to make. Boy, with
Yeah,
that
we got all
cheap
these.
looking hood on.
We got all these Rey Mysterio
Okay?
hoods that used to be $100. Now they're down to like $20, $25 on the show. Get on
Man,
those.
we could even gave you a Psychosis or the Dad Burn, the horn one.
Yeah, you
man.
could have got
What
a
do you think?
really nice Laparco one. you
That's
know,
right.
like-
So anyway, that's why I'll shut up, boy. He's in the idiot bag. He didn't get the merchandise from us.
Yeah.
So that was his main problem. If he thinks going to jail's a problem, that was his main problem. Wait till the hood
hood
don't
police
work.
come around.
Yeah, and then he'll come to our table next and try to trade. Remember how the kids do?
Yeah.
They'll have the cheap one and then come try to trade for the big one. So a lot going on, Bullet. Quick update on the comedy tour. Everything good?
Everything's good. I believe it is going to be the 19th of this month. Yes, it's July 19th. I'll be at the Comedy Zone for Funny on the Fly. That's the one where I get my material 30 minutes ahead of time. My topics 30 minutes ahead of time, and I gotta write everything out. And then of course I'm doing an open mic next week. It's called 180 Seconds.
Ooh.
I got 180 seconds to be funny.
Oh.
And it's like basically,
I love that.
So
Well,
we'll be doing open mics tonight and over the weekend and stuff like that, and just kind of moving that forward.
I love that.
Probably going to be very close to doing improv. Hopefully, I'm really kind of digging deep on it. It's been pretty tough recently. They're really trying to pull some stuff out of me. So I've got really good teachers. So we'll see how that goes. But
and we towards the end of the month, real quick in July, we may be
not even
hanging
towards
out.
the end of the month. A couple weeks.
A couple weeks.
July 11th.
Yes, we got
West
some
Virginia
yeah.
Championship Wrestling, and then
towards a week later or so, maybe 2 or 3 days in a row, Bullet, if we work all that out together.
Exactly.
So I know they're excited up in Rhonda, North Carolina. Give a quick plug for you and my Stan Lane, Caleb Conley will be making your first appearance up there in Rhonda, North Carolina, and they're already plugging that and excited about that coming. So a lot going on, Bullet. The book's doing great, Bullet. But what you will not find, butt naked, maybe me, but you won't find this in Walmart with milk pulled over it, will be
the second greatest book of all time.
Hey, you're good, Bullet.
Which is available at highspots.com. And if you want to know about what me and George are doing, especially this 4th of July weekend, make sure you follow me on Twitter
Happy July.
at ManScoutManning and on Instagram at ManScoutManning. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Thank you. Boy, I should have had a sparkle. You hear me? We should have. Yeah. Well,
Is that legal in this state?
I
I thought all of you get black
no,
snakes.
you can do. You just can't do the general league, but you can do this. Okay, Bullet.
It's the big ones.